happening, folks, and welcome to a very delayed episode of the Rebuilding Barcelona series. If you're excited, hit the like button down below and subscribe for daily FM content wherever I possibly can. And also down below, my FIFA channels down below, and my third channel, which is kind of on pause at the minute because I'm not trying to record, so I do apologise for the delay in these episodes. Just basically, I went out for work wards night, and then I wasn't feeling well with COVID still, so been one of those things. Plus, I had to reset the PC recently as well because I'm having problems with the screen flashing black, and it's just annoying me. Hopefully, the reset's done it, but I doubt it has. It's probably going to go wrong again. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, today's season is a mid-season report, earlier than usual because of the World Cup thing. And we're just going to go through how we're doing and all that stuff, and look at some ideas and give your thoughts on certain questions I've got in my head. Now, I'm going to try and make this daily, guys, but like I said before, there are things going on everywhere in my life at the minute, so they do interrupt my my ability to record stuff at times. So here we go. Let's look at the season overall, how it's going. So we're joint top of the table. We have got a game in hand over Real Madrid, so we need to just keep playing as we are, and hopefully we can continue this good start to the season. We're doing okay. We're still relatively clear in the league, and I just need to make sure that we continue this kind of run of form. We need to get the top four done, because that's my biggest paranoia. If I do, is getting that Champions League spot, and I want to get it done. So that should happen. We're doing okay. It's just a matter of getting it finalised ASAP. Obviously, a bit way to go yet. Group stage Champions League, it kind of went the way I thought it would. It was going to go the way I thought it would. We would win our games against Sporting Lisbon and Gladbach, and Liverpool would do the same, and then we would just have to beat each other. We're going to finish second in the group most likely now. I'm not bothered by it. I'm okay with it. I just want to. When I saw Liverpool's fault, I just want to get out of the group. And when I saw the bottom two, I thought that's fine, perfect, not a problem for us. Spanish Cup, not entered it yet, of course. We entered that in the third round. And the Spanish Super Cup, we're going to show the semi-final in the next episode, which is going to be a lot of fun, hopefully, and hopefully a trophy at the end of it. Semi-final will be shown on its own, most likely, because of the threat of extra time and penalties, which I believe that's what the rules say. Where are we here? Yeah, extra time penalty. So with that, when that's a possibility in a one-off game, not so much in a game where we have like away goals in it before, but obviously now that's not a thing in Champions League anymore, for example. But if it was like restricted penalties, I'd put 2 games in, but it could go to extra time and penalties, and that could be a very long episode if that happens. So we'll see what happens there. If we win that fight, if we win that, it's probably going to be in the final, and that again will be fully live commed as well. You'll see the full match. That's just the way I do it, my personal style. It's how I like to do my series on here. I'm on FIFA to be fair as well. So overall, doing very well. Financially, we're doing better than I was expecting. We've got £19 million left in the budget. I don't think I'm going to spend it. I don't really know of anybody I want to buy right now. But the positive thing is this bank balance here, £194 million. That should help us next summer with a lot of money. We're guaranteed to get a minimum 30 million. I think it'd be double that, I think, at least. I've got a sneaky feeling. I could be wrong in that. I probably am wrong in that. But that looks good. You look at the projection. It's saying 60 there, but I'm not sure how. I'm sure it's just changed at least twice since I glancing at it this season. But look at that. Turnover is £780 million. And expenditure is 517. We get a profit of 262 million. And I've done literally nothing myself. I've sold some players, obviously. But I don't think I think the problem is the game doesn't. Barcelona should be a big club that these sponsorship deals come in like this. You've got a sponsorship deal that's worth 90 million per season, 51 million per season, 16 million per season, and there'll be more, I'm sure. I've noticed a few smaller ones come recently. I don't know which ones they were. I think these two here were the ones that came recently, I believe. But yeah, they will make more deals like that, and we'll get. I want to see like another 90 million one, honestly. I would like next year to have this a bit more detailed. Like, general sponsor. Yeah, well, what? What's a sponsor? Is it, because, it's a big part of football. United Masters are doing it, just having these sponsors. Official airline sponsor, official tyre sponsor. What, you know what I mean? a printing partner, whatever. I'd love to see that kind of thing. You don't have to put a company down. You can put a generic thing down on this screen here. Obviously, it might say in the news article in the like telecommunications sponsorship, but have a way of more in depth in this. I'd love to see something like news project deal being negotiated, easy offers on the table right now, and a bit more interesting. Just an article to read, but they probably won't do it. It's probably not worth their time, but that'd be cool for me to see. I love that kind of thing. Good vision, everything's positive. They're improving the facilities, they're improving the training facilities, which is fantastic. Everything's green, which is lovely. Different shade over there for delighted. You develop pages in the new closed view system. I don't really think we're doing that. I'm playing them, but I'm not. Okay, I guess I am. But it's just because they were the first team that got high potential. I know they can be really good. I'm not actually going to the youth system, finding 16 of them, bring them to the first team yet, though. I'm looking at something like that, to be fair. I'm making a hand signal where I've got the webcam turned off for this episode. I don't know why I'm doing this. So yeah, that's good to see the facilities and training facilities and youth facilities improved. There is no more requests I can make. I'm a pain in the ass to the board. If you were a board, my board person, it's called Chairman Matthew. I would be a pain in your ass. I really would. You're like, oh crap, he did again. You literally would be. Scouting, I'm still working on this. I had a system years ago that worked really well. Not so much now. You can tell I reset PC because they closed out right. I need to go into the scouts and improve this, but it's maybe middle of the season. It's kind of not ideal. However, now the World Cup's coming up. There's a lot of time to kill. Because obviously you see the schedule here, we've got a massive gap after these 2 games here, which one game means something, that one game means nothing. So there's a big gap here for the World Cup. So this is a good time to really start looking at these kind of things and working on them, because there's no games to play. I don't have to worry about anything for a while. So it'd be a good idea to actually look at these things and actually get the deals, get the scouting set up. I'm going to look at some videos, guys, and get an idea what works well and what a good idea is. I want something that is not something that I can just... I have to keep micromanaging it all the time. I want something that is relatively like leave it for a year or a few months and you come back to it. That's what I want. So I need to find which areas are best to cover, which areas are good in this year's game to get good young players in, and hopefully I can find them. It'd be great. If you've got any ideas, guys, for that, feel free. It's one of the scouting things it will evolve. Obviously, it's going to keep changing, most likely. So you got any thoughts, guys, about watch this video or scout these areas and get these guys, anything like that is always really helpful, because I'm not great at this game, despite the fact that I record it for my hobby. So yeah, in terms of the tactic, and the only thing I am concerned about is this midfield 3. I just feel like we're missing an enforcer in there. I'm thinking of doing this, doing that. The problem with it is I don't think can Busquets play it? I guess he could. But then I felt we were missing a midfield enforcer in there. I mean, I just don't know about the midfield 3 roles. That's the only thing I've got a problem with. And also the wingers, I'm not entirely happy with them. But it's probably of the year if I've had with them really. So maybe I need to make Trincao a winger or an inverted winger. I don't know. It's just I'm struggling to get my wide players, my strikers, all to score like 20 goals a season. I've done it before, but not in the game this year. Which is why I want to start that Man United save. I can just play the game and just try and work things out about what's going on, because I know the players. I know United players very well, so I know what should work with them. So that's the idea. But this the formation is fine. I like this formation. It works. We won league title with it. The formation is solid. It's just the formation. It's just the roles in the formation, and maybe just changing the instructions at times need to be looked at. And if you've got any thoughts on that, let me know in the comment section as well. The reason why I'm thinking going for a DM as a bowling midfielder is literally because of someone like this, who Juan Lopez, who I feel could become a good bowling midfielder. He's got the marking, the tackling, and the heading already, and the determination. I just feel like he could do that in that role. There was obviously somebody else. We're looking at someone like, here we are, Luis Grael. Again, a bowling midfielder. It makes sense to put them in. I just think look at the tackling in there. He's a bowling midfielder, in my opinion, and I feel like we make it a transition. I mean, let's look at the roles that are key for it anyway, just to confirm my theory. Yeah, he ticks the boxes for it. He's got the marking, the ball tackling, he's got the positioning, stamina. Obviously, he'll increase, and he's not far off it, and he will develop. So I think like having that role nailed down, getting these wrong button, getting these roles nailed down in midfield specifically would help us to negotiate deals and isolate players we want to bring in that will help develop the team. Because obviously I want to do a few seasons with Barcelona ideally, if possible. Mainly because I don't have a backup save. I do have one, which I want to do for a while. But they're going in the league, I think, in their league right now, so it's not really as big a problem. But we still could do it ourselves, I suppose. But if we can nail this down in terms of what roles we pick, and we can then sign players that fit that system. And I feel this is what I'm looking at doing, or at least this is what I'm looking at doing. So we have a Mazzala who gets in these areas here. You have these guys cutting inside. You have a lot of movement in there. I just don't know how to get it to work, and that's the problem. But that's the thing I'm thinking of doing right now. But your thoughts, guys, in the comment section are always welcome on that. In terms of anything else to talk about, there's not much else really. We've got some good young talent coming through the system. It's just a matter of identifying which ones we think are going to actually make it. You got Angel Alcaron. There's a lot of guys I'm not quite sure about, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. This is the second time I've tried recording this, but I had issues with the PC, and also my microphone picked up. Hopefully it picks up this time. So we've got 2 games off camera coming up, or 3 games off camera essentially, and then we'll come back for the Valencia game. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow, barring any kind of issues with my health, if things get in the way or what have you. But yeah, then we'll do the Super Cup semi-final. Then obviously, if we win that, we'll then do the Super Cup final, and then we'll go from there. So if you have enjoyed, I hope you have. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.